Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Dr. Lisa Brewer. If you haven't met me yet before, I am a doctor of divinity and of metaphysics. So not a medical doctor, although I had intended to be years and years ago. And this is a really special live. We have not had the opportunity to do one of these in a little while. So I'm going to shake the dust off a little bit and do this. But this is always a very special, a very sacred, a very sovereign moment in time when we get to graduate someone from the Lightworker Academy as a Limitless Lightworker. And I'm going to explain a little bit about what that all is in just a few moments, but I want to welcome everybody here. And I had a few difficulties earlier, so I want to make sure, can you all let me know with some hearts in the chat? Can you hear me okay? Is the volume okay? Those of you who are frequenters of the stream will notice that my microphone is not here. And unfortunately, she's just not, the soundboard went out. The soundboard went out. And I was looking at everything, and I was looking it up on Reddit, and these people are like, oh, put a brand new like transistor or something. Honey, I have no idea. So I don't know. We might end up with a new soundboard or something, but so good. I'm glad y'all can hear me. I'm glad you guys can hear me. So Lightworker Academy, for those of you guys who do not know, Lightworker Academy came about 3 years ago when I was led to create a space for people to come and learn, for people who wanted to explore other areas of spirituality, to come and be able to explore it in a very safe, non-judgmental, open fashion, to be able to learn and then be able to use various modalities in order to assist others in their journey in becoming the best version, their highest version of themselves. And I myself have been an ordained Christian minister, non-denominational, for like 25 years now. I got ordained when I was 30 and I'm 55 now. So for 25 years, I've been ordained as a charismatic minister. And I've gone all around the country and had great opportunities to utilize my gift of sight, AKA prophecy, the gift of healing, all these things. But, about 7 years ago, we just kind of expanded the practices and into other areas that have been kind of forbidden and forebodden for a while, right? And just discovering the vastness of source and discovering the vastness of that healing, love, life-giving power. So that's been a great journey over the last 7 years. In the last 3 years now, we've had Lightworker Academy. And so it's always with great honor that I get to facilitate this semi-formal kind of service where we are graduating or granting another certificate to another Limitless Lightworker. Hey, LRGA, and hello, Tasha, how are you? So I am going to, guys, those of you who remember Baby in the Church, did y'all remember when they used to get up and before they introduced the speaker, they would say, introduce to some and reacquaint with others or something along that line. So I'm going to bring up now a dear woman and beautiful soul, Miss Christine Lee, to the stage. Hello, Miss Christine. How are you, beloved?
Had myself on mute. Hi, Dr. Lisa.
Okay. That's all right. This has been, I'm going to make us, hopefully I'll be able to make us both bigger. Here we go. This has been, we were just talking right before we got on, and you had mentioned that you had been working on this for the last 2 years. You've been with the Academy. I had not realized that it had been quite that long.
Yeah. And a fun little fact is I don't X out of notifications on my personal laptop. So I still have our onboard meeting notification there from 2 years ago. My different sessions and coaching sessions are all still there. And it's kind of like a little time capsule of how I first started. And you didn't kick me out.
Oh my gosh, never.
You let me take my time.
Never, never, ever, ever. I think that's a testament, though, to I don't believe that there should be like any specific time frame on, things, right? Like it all happens in the divine timing. And I tend to move super fast, but that doesn't mean that that's right. That just means I move fast. But I also have had to learn how to allow the perfect timing to occur rather than it always being my timing. And so I really want to honor that not only did you honor your divine timing, but you honored your divine calling.
Yeah.
Within the divine timing. And I think that in and of itself is huge. I mean, it is really a testament, and it is really, it is something I think we should all kind of go by. So talk to me a little bit about, or if you don't mind, do you want to, first of all, why don't you tell folks a little bit about yourself, whatever you're comfortable sharing, because we always like to then present folks, present the new light workers to the collective. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, ma'am. So a little bit about myself and my background. I think for me, I honestly didn't know what a light worker was. I didn't know that there were certain things that I was doing or that I'm capable of, or I guess gifts rather that you would call them, that I didn't know that it had names. I didn't know that there was a community of people. I honestly didn't know. I just knew that I was a little different. I knew that people were drawn to me for different things. And I didn't understand why. It freaked me out. Like it would make me uncomfortable sometimes. Just because, we had talked about it before. I kind of stay in my little bubble. But just the little things that I would do, I would love candles. I do candle type things. I know growing up, we would have like stuff burning on the stove just for like the scent, right? Or just, whatever we were doing there. My parents are get a little gifted, but I didn't know that wasn't normal. Me being a parent, when I became a parent, I thought that connection that I had with my kids was normal. I always knew how they felt or whatever that they were going through. And I thought that was normal. So I didn't know. And I was a little curious just because of friends that have been coming into my life a little bit along the way, because it had to be a little bit along the way. I couldn't do it if it was all at once. It would have scared me away. So little by little, I was learning a little bit more, and it got me a little curious. And I think that's how I found you. I found you in your school, and I thought, what better way to learn than in a safe group of people that shared kind of similar thoughts and goals. And my first coach is actually here watching today, Miss Sarah. I've been in contact with her this whole, like try to stay in contact with her this whole time. I remember my first day of class. It was culture shock. I was scared. I even remember calling you. I quit. I can't do it. I can't do it. It was a lot. It was overwhelming. And I think I was just scared. And that's why I was so grateful that you gave me this opportunity and chance to do it at my own pace. Because I had a lot of growing up to do on my own. I had a lot to, transition through and grow through and figure it out. And I was able to do that with your school. And I do greatly appreciate that. And like I said, my very first coach, we've still have maintained a relationship. She's kind of like my spiritual guru now. I'll reach out to her every now and again. So hi, Miss Sarah. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Gosh, and she's grown so much.
Yeah.
Like I've been, Sarah, you probably don't know, but I'm like stalking you on Instagram. And so, yeah, I've just seen her as she's just blossomed. Like her life has just been amazing. What Source has done. That's so great. That is one of the things that I definitely always wanted out of this experience for everyone, was to be able to connect with people and create lifelong relationships. And whether those relationships still included me or didn't, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. What's important is that there are different pockets and different portions of the collective body that remain connected and that all help one another on their journey, because all of us are not always meant to just stick around in each other's lives for forever. Even though we might think that, you know what I'm saying? Like we get this really like tight bond and everything like that. But I've had to learn over time, again and again and again, right, that we're not always necessarily meant to remain in each other's lives. And we fulfill that purpose, and hopefully we bless one another in the process, right? But my whole goal has always been that folks get to experience others that are like-minded, and that you get to create wonderful relationships.
For sure. For sure. You've created a huge community. And you do say like-minded, but I feel like we're all completely different in a sense. So we do share like a lot of the same, thoughts and, feelings about the divine or, Lightworker or what we're doing. And we do have goals, right? But we're all totally different. We bring something totally different to this community. And if you guys aren't already on board or in it, highly recommend get connected.
Thank you. When I say like-minded, I really mean we're like-minded in that we're not judgmental of one another. We allow each other to be the expression of source energy through us as we intended for it to be, as whatever is our purpose on this planet. And I've not always been the best at allowing that, I think, sometimes, right? Like, I think all of us, we're human. And so there's like, well, it should kind of fit here. But then I'm always reminded that my expression is different than everybody else's in some form or fashion.
Right.
But at the end of it, all we all want is for humanity, for human beings to heal, to grow, and to live their lives to their highest good. And so to me, that's what, you know what I mean? To me, that's completely, like, I'd have a hard time if there was somebody in the mix that wanted to hurt people. Like, I couldn't have you around. Yeah, I couldn't have you around.
No, I think we'd scare them out pretty quickly.
I think so. I think they'd have to go. I want to acknowledge some of the Perp. I miss her so. Perp says she adores candles, herbs, and crystals, so she can perfectly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a cabinet full of like, it looks like a spice cabinet, but it's not. It's in a different room. Oopsie.
Different spices.
Spices and herbs
for different reasons. And Tasha, yes, absolutely. We love to have these opportunities to bring people together. in order to celebrate, because this really is quite the achievement. And we're going to talk about that in a minute as well. Yes, Miss Sarah, so much Sarah, reach out to me, girl. I have not talked to you in 5 months of Sundays, so reach out. I might reach out to you on Insta. Yes, thank you. We love that you guys are here. Hi, Michelle. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? And she's saying hi to Perp. Okay. Yeah, this is it. Really, for me, I have so much gratitude to all the work that y'all do as light workers in general, everyone. Because, none of us can do it alone, and we none of us. And it's so needed now, more so than ever. Michelle says she has to remind herself to give grace to herself. Yes. My path has been a road of enlightenment and up.
Yes. Yes. Grace has been a big one. Michelle, 2 years. It took me 2 years. It took me 2 years. A lot of patience, a lot of grace and determination to just finish this, because there's so much for me to do, so much to contribute. But yeah, in your divine timing.
Yes, in your divine timing. Absolutely. Yeah. Have you thought about what you want to do, how you want to help the collective, who you want to help? Have you thought about that at all?
I have a little bit. That actually has changed from the time that I first started up until this point, because I'm honestly a completely different person than I was when I had first started. I think for me, the biggest part now, I honestly believe, would be some kind of teaching or coaching.
Yay!
To just teach, coach, be there for other people, help them, just because my experience hasn't been, the easiest. And I feel like I have something to offer people. Like Michelle was saying, a little bit of grace, a little bit of patience with yourself. I mean, I've had to learn that one the hard way. So.
My God. That's beautiful. I'm so excited. So yeah, guys, that's very different from where she started.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to talk about, I want to reference something here. So I put this in the description. I don't think I've ever put this in the description of our videos before for the graduations. Becoming certified as a Limitless Lightworker through the Academy. Typically it takes, we'd like to say, about 3 to 9 months, however long it takes. And each light worker learns different things, like basic metaphysics, intuitive astrology, intuitive tarot, Akashic and Galactic Record Reading, so past lives and like starseed life. And all are attuned to Usui Reiki Master-Teacher. So you learn all of these various modalities, begin to fine-tune your own intuitive abilities, heighten those. But what really is, to me, the biggest change or the biggest thing that happens as a result of learning all of this is that not only do you acquire those modality and esoteric wisdoms, but you undergo such a great personal transformation. And you cannot help but do so as you discover more about who you are as an aspect of source energy, what that expression means, how to operate in source energy synergistically, and really opening this pathway, this vertical pathway, rather than being so consumed with the 3D and then integrating it all, you grow. And because we cannot help guide others along a path we've not been on. We cannot help others along a path that we have not been on already. That doesn't mean that you arrive at your destination before you're ready to begin to bring others along. But you got to get a little further down the road before you can actually begin to bring anyone along with you. And I think that sometimes, and also within the Limitless Lightworker certification, there's also, we do teach like various, some light, not a ton, but some herbs and some oils and some, how to work with the chakras and all of this and how to apply that as an advanced energy healer. That aspect of all of that growth, though, really then ends up doing a lot of growth within us as individuals. Mm-hmm. And a lot of, and it ends up bringing up a lot of things. Like, I think that we work through a lot of shadow. We dig up a lot of roots. There's a lot that happens to us energetically, a lot of, trauma that's healed, that I don't know that even when I first began on this path of helping others to do this, of creating this, I don't think I was ready for all of that. Like, I don't think I even conceived of what was going to happen with the individual as they went through the process. Mm-hmm. Do you want to share just a little bit about that journey? Because that's been a 2-year journey for you.
Of course. Didn't know what shadow work was. So that was a little bit of a rude awakening. But yes, it's exactly what you said. Whether my intention to get in was just for me to absorb knowledge, because that's kind of like how I am. Just give me the knowledge. I'll figure it out what I want. I don't necessarily want to do anything with it. I just want to know. It did force me to take a look at myself. It did force me to deal with things that would come up. I would get triggered. I mean, just like I was telling you, my very first class, I was triggered. Just having to go through that the last 2 years. And there was even a period of time where I needed to take a break because it was so overwhelming for me. I feel like, I don't want to say quantum leaped, but it was almost like even just in those 2 years, it didn't seem like it was that long. I felt like so much has changed for me as a person, even in my life. How I'm able to experience my life is different now than it was 2 years ago. And a lot of that is because of the school and just, my coaches and just meeting even with you. The things that you had told me, I remember everything that you said. And I'm like, no, that won't happen. Okay, yeah, it did. Yeah, I did.
Listen, trust me, there's sometimes I really don't want to be right. And I usually tell people, I don't want to be right about this.
Yeah. But you even paused, like even when you would tell me, you're like, well, no. You probably go this way instead. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah. Anyway, but in all of that, though, I think one of the greatest lessons, if there is any lesson that I feel, and more so than any other, that I want people to learn, it is how to live from a space of neutrality and peace. Where no matter what storm is raging, no matter how things go completely kaplooey, or it feels like it is, mm-hmm. and you're never going to get past it and you're never going to get through it, and it's just like all, what has broken loose, that you can remain up here in your deity, you can remain up here in your divinity, your power, and your tranquility and neutrality, and look down. And that pendulum, this is a Hermetic principle actually, right? The pendulum continues to swing. But when we get to this level, even that swinging pendulum, it's going to come up, but it doesn't hit. And then it's going to go back the other way, and we're like, it's coming back. It'll be all right. And we just let it come on back. And eventually, though, the pendulum doesn't even have that, the swings aren't even that large anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's living in that space of neutrality that then nothing rocks us and shakes us. That, to me, is the place where, independent of all the other stuff, that when one can become a limitless light worker, and I term it that because there is no limit to what you or I or anyone else can do. We are infinite beings. We're infinite beings. So you don't have to be this and this and this. You can be everything all at once. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Let's look at some of our chats, shall we? Because there's plenty of people just being so just there. Okay, that's Michelle. I don't want to go too far back. Let me go back. I'll go back down here. Taking most of my life. This is a manifestation for me from what happened to me yesterday with a client. Oh, wow. I love to see people win and express their soul purpose. Absolutely. Michelle says, it's taken most of my life, and now I feel like I am beginning to know my divine self. It took so long because I had to unlearn Christianity. A lot of us had to unlearn the dogmatic portions of religion, of Christianity and other religions, and so you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. But if we take what's truth and then apply, you know what I'm saying? Apply the truth, because there's so much there without the dogma and the judgment, then I think we're doing okay. Hey, Chanel, how are you from across the pond? Oh, perp, thank you. The weirdest gifts to give to the clients is a beautiful, soothing energy, especially with the voice. Yeah, I'm mad because my microphone's on here. Christina says, congratulations. That's my Christina. I'm glad to see you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, what I'm hoping then is that, we get to, I want to talk to you about becoming that, like, what does that coaching look like for you? And who do you want to coach? Like, I'm excited what that is going to be for you. I'm so excited. That just blesses me so. Well, guys, Christine's our only graduate tonight, which is okay. And that's totally fine. And I wasn't going to hold everybody here for a very long time this evening. I want to talk a little bit about what being a light worker is, what being a limitless light worker. Hey, Miss Shakima. Shakima says congratulations. What being a limitless light worker. Yes. Another graduate. I know, isn't this exciting? What that means, and then I also want to speak a blessing over you tonight. When I was preparing for today and just contemplating what this means, because this whole limitless lightworker thing has changed so much just in the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. And it's actually taking on a whole new light and a whole new life in 2024. And when this all started 3 years ago, I wanted it, again, to be a place that was safe. I wanted to be a quantum space of creation, of knowledge, of learning. I wanted it to kind of be, you guys that know me know that I'm a huge, fan of all things superhero and comic book. And so I wanted it to be kind of, like the school for the gifted and what the gifted and talented or whatever, an X-Men, I wanted it to be that kind of place where today's superheroes and heroines could hone their skills and allow them to just kind of roam free, if you will, and allow them to just grow and become whatever they were meant to become, right? Learn to hone them, control them, to utilize them, to apply them. And then for them to be able to go out into the world as the superhero and the superheroine, as the one that shines that light, that is that beacon that can come in and swoop in and kind of help get someone out of a bad space, but that person is not then dependent upon them, right? We're not creating codependency. We're just creating healing. That's what I wanted 3 years ago. And that's what I still want today. But I think it's taken on a completely different perspective now. Because I want that, but even more so, or in an equal amount, I want to be sure, I want everyone to know that anyone that comes through this process is someone that is of great integrity, that is someone that is of great light, that is someone that is of great empathy and compassion, but also great power. So none of us are fragile little flowers. We're empathetic. We can be sympathetic. We're mighty healers and coaches and teachers. Empowered. We know that we can tap into whatever it is we need to in whatever moment, in every moment that we're working with clients. But that you can trust us. And I think that there is a great healing that's needed in the world right now. Not only of this massive spiritual awakening that's happening in so many different ways too. It's not just waking up from religious beliefs. It is waking up from the belief system that has existed in every area of our lives. Sociological, economical, political, just every area of our lives. I was watching some videos earlier today, and there's a group of people. I'm not going to really go into it deep, but this group of people has been putting like a ton of pressure on their children to get into Ivy League schools and they think that if they don't get into an Ivy League school, that their child's whole entire life is going to go kaplooey, and they'll never get a good job, and they'll never do this, and they'll never do that, right? And so these kids are just like freaking out. They're just like, oh my God, they've got to do this, and they're, half killing themselves in order to get these amazing grades, and then they being these superstars, outside of school, and then the parents are paying tens of thousands, if not $30,000 for like all kinds of like college coaches, and I'm like, what? And these kids are not necessarily any better off. They've put so much pressure on them. And in every area of life, I can just like turn a page and see something else, and turn a page and see something else. And I just know that our role is to really, this next awakening is not even going to be so much about the religious oppression and structure and all of that. It's going to be about every other structure in our lives. Like, really, do we really have to answer to this? Is it really critical mass that we get some sort of 4-year, 6-year, 8-year, 20-year degree from like 5 different, universities and become like almost $1 million in debt? For what? Is that really going to help us? Is what we've looked at as going to be fulfilling? So many people are like, this is not it. But they're not sure what it is. They are tired of pretending. They are tired of living somebody else's life. They are tired of depending upon everybody else, and they just want that freedom. However that looks. And I do believe very strongly that we're here to help that. I do believe that we're here to listen to, you know what? My childhood, I think it's almost like a normal thing now to say it was dysfunctional. And so we almost just like, everybody's was dysfunctional. You know what I mean? I really know that the next awakening is, yeah, it sucked. Can you tell me about it? Because I actually want to hear. And I actually care. I think that's the next awakening for us, is to come together outside of racial and gender and socioeconomic and age and all these other divisions that have been put up that are false. And that it's going to be people like you that are just willing to flow in divine timing. And it's people that are like you that are just willing to just be your authentic self and allow someone else to be theirs without judgment. There's no rush. Just be. And just heal. And then grow. That's the next awakening. And I'm honored that I was allowed to be a small part of that process for
Thank you. And I think my parents are here, by the way. I don't know if I told you that. So I want to make sure my dad heard that I'm a superhero dad. Just want to make sure you got it. I want to make sure you got that. Dad, I'm a superhero.
So I'm the new Professor X from Earth 616. Only those that watch Marvel and Loki and all that are gonna know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, this is just so wonderful. Hi, Juanita. I want to just welcome everybody as you guys are coming in. Good evening to you. Oh, the construct of marriage that's really needed. You know, that's funny because somebody just asked me the other day, literally, she was like, is there any other way to get like married? I'm like, well, you could do a spiritual commitment ceremony. And, you know, it was interesting because she's just like, she doesn't want to go through the whole marriage license thing. So many artistic people are to help tear down societal norms. Yeah. Beautiful. I mean, everyone's just beautiful in their own way. Hi, Regina. Hello, dear. Well, Miss Christine, are you ready? I'm going to speak a blessing over you, dear.
I'm ready to come out. It's my coming out party.
If I wouldn't get a strike, I'd play Diana.
I was thinking that right now too. I was like, I don't have the rights to that. I can't see that. But you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, guys, here we go. All right, gang, you guys ready? I want you guys to send just beautiful healing, peace, joy, power, support, love, just sending love. Divine Creator, Mother, Father, God, Universe, Source, Spirit, love, and all the angels and all the ancestors and all the gods and all the goddesses, all that have come before Christine and those that will come after her, those that are within the quantum realms, in the ethers and the galaxies far and wide, that are all coming together in this moment in time, singing and praying and rejoicing that Christine has answered the call on her life, that she has studied, that she has opened herself up to divinity, to infinity, and to greatness. We thank you, Christine, for having patience with yourself, for showing yourself grace and kindness. We thank you for not giving up. We thank you for allowing yourself to heal. We thank you for having compassion with yourself. We thank you for being willing, being ready, being able, but being willing to sacrifice, for being willing to be a conduit and an open channel for healing, for restoration, for impartation, and for empowerment. And from all of the universe, from every dimension and corner, every frequency, from every planet and galaxy, we together rest upon you a mantle of eternal guidance, of divine empowerment, for true intuitive vision, a never-ending compassion, and the strength of 1,000 goddesses. The ability to create, to destroy, and to recreate, to ignite the phoenix in each and every individual human light that you encounter and that wishes to have an encounter with you. Blessings and peace and abundance, nothing missing, nothing broken. Your light will illuminate your path forever and ever. We bless you. Amen, amen. Blessed be. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Miss Christine, is there anything you'd like to share with us this evening before we tell everyone we put them adieu?
Not. I don't think anything that I haven't already said. Other than it's been a journey for sure. It's been a journey.
But you've made it.
But look, Ma, I made it.
Yay! Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, gang. We're going to get on out of here. I'm going to let Miss Christine down so she doesn't feel like she's going to stay.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you so much, guys. This has been just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I thank you guys for coming and sharing this time with us. Just a couple of things. Hey, Red Violet, how are you? Hey, Anna. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I wasn't sure. I'm probably not coming back on tonight, but I will be on tomorrow. If you guys are interested in, seeing if it makes sense for you to come and work with us at the Academy, here is a link to book a 15-minute consultation. I've just started, or we're just launching the Spiritual Coach Certification. It's a little bit different from Limitless Lightworker. That might fit you a little bit better. So you can book that call with me, and you can still get started by the end of the year. And also, I do have some spots open for some readings yet. I have left them open for a bit. Let me see. Is it? Oh, undo. Try to see if it's no, it's too many. There's a link down in the chat, in the description box below, where you can book readings also as well. But I really would love to have some conversations with more of you guys about the Academy. Okay, so come on and book those calls. It's changing, and so I want to be sure that we get y'all in here like we need to. Happy holidays to you. Thank you so much, Lovey. One other thing I want to say. If y'all have not gone to see the movie Wish, please go see that movie. It is a Disney movie. It's called Wish. Go see it. It is a most beautiful tale of all of us being connected. And it is one of the most beautiful tales of the power, right, of manifestation, and of the power of the heart and the heart chakra and the power of your wish. Go see it. A lot of people have said, people had only watched the stupid trailer and they were just already like, well, it's teaching satanic, da, 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 da. Really? Okay, no, it's not. Go see it.
Okay.
So for sure. I just had to get that out. I meant to get that out earlier. So yeah, we will be talking probably earlier tomorrow because I'm going to take my daughter to go see the Hunger Games. And yeah, Gemini's here. Please go see it. Please, please, please. Hey, Fatima, how are you, beloved? Yeah, people are ridiculous. I don't even know why. It's like, why? But I won't talk a lot about the who for that. But anyway, so yeah, go see that. I might come back on. I might not, but there's other things that are going on that I really want to press. I really do want to talk about what what we are seeing with a lot of women and men now coming out and talking about their encounters with certain other people, like why this openness about I was hurt, I was injured. I want to talk a lot about that, and then I do need to address some other things that are going on in the world, in the coaching world, and in the coaching world and the teaching world. So we'll have some of those conversations too. Oh, that's wonderful, beloved. I'm happy to see you. People are not sending people. They're seeing, child, they see it everywhere, child, everywhere. But you know what? I'm just not, it is what it is. Like, I mean, people are going to be the way they're going to be and they're going to believe what they're going to believe. And I just cannot, like, I'm tired of fighting it. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just not. But I feel very strongly, though, that there's been some things in 2023 that's happened. And I know it's tough, isn't it, baby? And I feel like I need to address it, but I know I will tell you this. I will say this much, and then we're going to get off of here because this is not what this is for. We're going to have a really long conversation about coaches and teachers and healers and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be very open about some things. And I'm probably going to say some things that that just, people ain't going to be too happy about. I'll just put it like that. Am I on mute? I didn't change anything. Testing. Am I still on mute? Can you? Oh, okay. All right. Honey, I didn't get nobody signed up for it tonight, so I hadn't planned on still having it. Nobody registered for it. So I had not planned on it tonight. I had planned on getting some other work done tonight. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, you didn't see well, I mean, if y'all gonna come, if y'all come in, I'll open up the doors. We'll chit chat for a little while, okay? I'll open up the doors. And for those of you that don't know what they're talking about, for the Lightworker Academy, in just a few minutes, we were scheduled to start a holiday party. So if y'all come in, then I'll open up the doors. Oh, stop it. Okay, I'll go. Okay, I'll be there then. I'll do it then. Y'all got the link in the y'all got the Zoom link in your emails. All right, I'm gonna get on out of here. But like I said, it was your headphones. Okay, girl, don't, because this anyway. So we're gonna have some conversations. I want you all to know from my heart, you know how there's doctors kind of like don't really talk about what other there's like a thin white line. There's a thin blue line. There's all these things. And I think that what happens, especially what's happened also in the ministry, even though coaching and stuff like that's not necessarily ministry, but in ministry, then, like when something's going weird and wonky and not good, we don't talk about it. And I think that that's wrong. So I'm going to talk about some of I'm not going to call names because I don't know that's because some of this stuff hasn't been adjudicated. So I don't want to call names out. But I want to talk about what 2024 needs to be as far as for integrity and deliverables and all kinds of stuff. Like, we as coaches, healers, mentors, teachers have to get our ish together. We do, don't we, baby? We got to get our ish together. A new direction. It's a very pivotal moment. Yeah. Well, Christina, did you get the email? Come on, we're going to now, those of you who are in the academy, it's BYOC. Bring your own cards. I'm going to go pour me a drink. Salute. Gray pill, salute. Salute. All right, gang. We had a wonderful, wonderful time tonight. Gray pill, I'm going to, I'll probably be coming on tomorrow, so I need to email you, but I don't know if I've got your email. Here's my email. Because I actually want to do a joint broadcast about some things. If you can email me, okay, be great. I'm going to do a joint broadcast. I think there's some stuff that I feel like from your perspective, I want that male perspective onto. 8-year of karma. Ooh. No, we're not fixing to stay here. We're not fixing to stay here. We fixed it. Check your email. Did you get an email? Check your email. It was in the newsletter from this week, the LWA newsletter from this week. It's going to be on Zoom. I didn't see any, baby. Well, what we're about to do, the Academy, we're about to go do a holiday party just for the Academy folks. Okay? And then, but the live, I'll put it up, y'all. If you have the bell on, you'll know. Now if you're talking about the live with Gray Pill with my brother, Gray Pill, I need him to reach out to me because there's some things I think that we can chat about. I want to talk about having a joint live together, if we could do that. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Christine, I love you. I love you, Christine Lee. As soon as she has her website and all of those good things up, we will definitely make sure that all of you have access to her. Okay? And then just look for some more lives. If you have the bell, you should get the notifications. And we'll be going live again very soon. Christine, it's in the last email that Tuesday's email had the whole thing where you had to sign up to get the link. If I have a chance, I'll try to send it back out again really quick right now. Okay, so you guys can get the Zoom link. I'm not going to put the Zoom link here though, baby. Okay, good. Thank God. Okay. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys very soon, okay? Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much. Oh, let me get this down. Namaste.